to the Boot Hill Sports Network and the No Mask Buster Uncovered podcast, episode number 8, folks. We have made it to episode 8. Hey, we are big time now. What do you think, West Coast Mike Angel?
Hey, man, I'm going to tell you what, it's good to be back on the air. You know, I got the dumbest phone in the network, and I tell you what, it's sure glad to see your ugly mugs tonight. How you all doing?
Doing great, man. It's glad to have you back, Mike.
Oh, man, it's good to be back. I apologize for last week. Technical difficulties, you know. Old broke coast, West Coast, try to get it going. Here I am, baby, in 4K, looking good.
You know, Mark done told me.
I don't talk to text.
Mark done told me you wasn't getting paid for the episodes you missed, man. He said it, dude. I don't know.
I ain't been paid in 7 years. I don't expect to be paid tomorrow either.
I hear you.
Hey, Buster, I'll keep him on a retainer fee,
there you go.
I could have retired 4 years ago on what he owes me.
There you go. Guys, we got a big show today if everything goes right. We got 3 guests today again. Randy Byrd's going to be back to give us a recap of March Madness, 15-year anniversary show, dude. I was there. It was awesome, man.
Me and Mark's headlined that show a few times. I tell you what, that's one of the best, wildest crowds I've ever been a part of, and Randy's got a good thing going, man. I can't wait to talk to him.
Well, we got him, and then we got the brand new TIWF Heritage Champion, Charlie Kingston. Man, this young dude here, he's been in the business a few years, but he's only been wrestling about a year. And, man, he has gone way further and come so much further than I thought he would have in a year. This kid's got a lot of potential, man. He does. He's really, really come a long way in a year. And then, hey, the main event of the show, we got the girl who I personally think she's my number one girl. There's 2 girls around here fighting for that top spot. I'm personally, I lean towards Autumn still a little right now. We got the one and only, the brand new TIWF Women's Champion, Autumn Marie, gonna round out the show for us, y'all. Do we want to maybe talk about some things before we get Randy on?
Oh, yeah, we got to talk about a lot of things. Hey, Mike, by the way, I know you missed last week. Now, Buster has a new nickname. He's called Buffet Buster.
Oh, hey, no.
Dude, I'm glad you said that. Believe it or not, my wife's got a friend who's a designer, graphic designer. Dude, I got a killer idea for a fucking shirt. She's working on some things now. When she gets, hey, dude, if it works out like I see it in my head and she can get on paper what I see, these motherfuckers are going to be awesome. I think we'll sell 1 million, or I'll sell 1 million of them and not give, hey, Mike, we won't give Mark no cut of it because he'll never pay us, man.
I probably won't see a cut of that either. I'm 7 years in the hole, man.
No, Phil, though, I got a girl working on these shirts. That stuck in my head immediately. And the more I thought about it, I come up with a kind of an idea for a design. And the minute I can get a good rough sketch, I may bring it on and show it to you sometime.
Tell me one thing, Buster.
What's that?
You got that Cash App logo on there.
Man, look. We made it official last week. The dude, look, the head man for our Cash App, all Cash App transactions, Luke Justice. You don't get your money, talk to Justice. You do get your money, talk to Justice. I don't know. He's the man on Cash App, dude. That's all I know.
I'm just saying, you know.
I'm about to show you both something that this man said he's going to get his cut. Right there, 25%, Buster.
You know, I tell you what, no, trust me, it may be 2.5% of these shirts. Look, I'd already thought about that because Devo will sue the hell out of somebody in a heartbeat. I figured
that kid right there going to buy some new ring gear with his cut.
Look, here's the deal. I'll drop him it'd be like a record label deal. I'll drop him a few cents on every dollar, and that's just the way it is, man. That's kind of like a finder's fee, man.
Hey, Devo's actually in there in the chat showing he wants 25%, Buster. What do you got? What do you got in response to that?
2.5%.
Hashtag Buster bitch ass.
Hey, hold on. I've actually got an idea for a shirt for that too. It ain't as good as the Buffet Buster shirt, but I've got an idea for bitch ass Buster too. Dude, Devo, when I'm sitting in the t-shirt mansion, I'll be thinking about you, man. I'll be thinking about you, dude. Well, look, are we ready to get serious and get up? I see Austin Bolo's got a comment. We got to try to keep up with these comments.
What's up, Bolo?
He said, I remember.
Says, hey,
$1 million babies in the house.
What's up, girl? How you doing? The girl, hey, that is the woman right there that is neck and neck for number 1 and 2. These two girls have been long. These two ladies have been fighting for this position, especially here in Northwest Tennessee and West Tennessee, for at least 2 years now, going on 2 years.
Those two have beat each other up for so many years, they got that much respect for each other. You know what I mean?
Yes, they've kind of got a love-hate relationship, and it kind of goes both ways. But are we ready to talk about some things?
Let's go.
Yeah, are we talking about some wrestling news?
All right, well, I don't know if this is news or not, but this is a pet peeve of mine. All right, let's get it out of the way. Let's talk about these leg-slapping wrestlers and these over-exaggerated hip-hop bunny rabbit referees. Do you understand what I'm talking about these over-exaggerating referees? You ever seen a referee who will sell every move for the guy with a movement or a facial expression instead of doing what a fucking referee's supposed to do? Y'all ever seen that?
Oh, yeah.
Memphis used to have one. CCW had one.
Look, man, that's bad enough, but then you got these bunny hoppers. And what I mean by bunny hoppers is every time the guys take a bump in the ring, they're hopping up like it's making them bounce. It's fucking stupid. It looks fucking stupid. It makes you look stupid. And here's the thing. When you're trying to draw attention to yourself, you're drawing attention away from where the focus should be. That's the guys and the girls in the ring working the match. You know, you're not the star, refs. You're not Earl Hebner. If you don't have a spot in the match, do what a motherfucking referee's supposed to do. Make 3 counts, make breaks, do all that shit. Look, I had an old timer tell me one time the best referees are the ones that disappear during the match. Right. That you, as a fan, you forget they're there. Those referees are doing their job. They're not out there over exaggerate. Look, as a professional referee, you should see this shit day in and day out. So why are you selling for the wrestlers? That's not your job. That's their job. It's their job to sell each other's shit, not yours. It's your job to be an official. Here, look at this. You don't see the UFC referees oohing and on, and when motherfuckers get knocked out or when there's a submission on, you don't see these motherfuckers selling the submission before they make the counter, period. Look, as a referee, do your job. The best referee should disappear during the match.
You didn't see Jerry Calhoun or Paul Morton do that either, baby. No.
Paul Morton might do a little bit of anything now. but seriously, look,
same thing for managers and escorts, man. They put too much into their worries and not what's going on in the ring. It takes away from the match as well.
Here's the thing.
Hey, Buster, real quick, I was at a show calling commentary, and my co-commentary guy, he kind of owned the company, and well, one of the guys kept interfering in the damn match. I don't know if he was high, drunk, or what, but I tell you what, it didn't end well.
Man, it's just, and look, it ain't just a thing around here. It's rampant. Yeah. These young guys, these young referees, they see this shit on TV, and they think, because they seen it on TV, that must be the way it's supposed to be done. Couldn't be further from the truth. Let me tell you something. Even in the early 90s, if you'd have been out there doing that shit as a referee, when you walk through the curtain, the two motherfuckers would have grabbed you by the nape of your neck and your belt loops and chunked your ass right out the back door. Another motherfucker would have chunked your bags on top of you and told you never come back. And that'd have been the easiest thing. You wanted to say something, you'd have probably got your ass kicked. You're not the star. Unless you have a spot in the match, concentrate on doing the best job as a referee you can do.
Right.
Do not draw attention away from the focus of the match, which is the guys and girls working, to yourself.
Right.
You're doing a disservice to those. You're disrespecting those guys and girls in there bumping and working hard to make this thing happen.
Absolutely.
Look, here's the thing. I hope that somebody listening takes my advice, because, like I said, it goes on around here, but it's not just around here. It's rampant. I see it all over the place. I see it on the big shows. I really see it on AEW a lot. WWF, I have seen it, not quite as much on WWF as AEW, but still, and these young people think that if they see it on TV, well, it must be how it's supposed to be done. No, I mean, this couldn't be further from the case. Just pay attention to what you're doing. It's your job to enhance the show, enhance the talent in the ring. It's not your job to draw focus away from them to you. You know, and it's as simple as that. You're just like the ring. You're a necessity for this thing to happen. You're just like the ring. You're a necessity, and keep that in mind, refs. Until you get that Earl Hebner push, then you're not a star. You're a referee. You're an official. You're the authority of the match. And that's one problem. If the fans can't respect the referee's authority, then the whole shit's stupid from the get-go. You know? I mean, what are y'all thoughts about referee? I mean, just in general, shit like that.
Go ahead, Mark.
Do we get to speak?
I mean, it's Buster Unmasked, baby. Unmasked, Unmuzzled, you name it. This Buster show.
You can't get Buster started, boy. Once Buster started, you can't. Hey, I'm glad he's thirsty. That's the only reason.
I'm glad he grabbed that cup.
He ain't a fucking drink.
Y'all better say something, because we gotta move on.
We've been trying.
We gotta move on to these thigh-slapping wrestlers, man. Come on.
Hey, all right, referees should count 1, 2, 3, and that's it. Move on,
Game
Mike.
over. Hey, 5 if it's King Kong Bundy. That's all.
There you go. 5 if Bundy says so. Fucking ain't right. All right, now let's move on, because I know we got to move this show along. Thigh-slapping wrestlers. Now, everybody talks about this, and I just overlook it. I mean, it's obvious, but I just wasn't going to say nothing about it, because all of them fucking do it. Look, nobody walks around after a match with the Spirit of 76 no more, with their head bandaged up with some blood coming through. Hey, everybody's walking around with the Spirit of 76 wrapped around their fucking thigh with blood coming through from slapping the shit out of it.
Who's up? Hey, they done tatered the leg.
Yeah.
Dude, and here's something. This comment. Hey, this comment come from a lady, a very knowledgeable, she's more than just a wrestling fan around this area. She is highly, highly fucking knowledgeable. She knows wrestling, and she really knows wrestling around this area, all the local wrestling. And this comes from her making a comment from the last Premier Pro show. She was praising how good the show was. I mean, literally, she's talked about how good the show was from top to bottom, but then her last comment was, "Can y'all please make the wrestlers stop slapping their legs?" and you know, I come back and I told her, I said, "Good luck on that one." You know, and that kind of spurned the idea of, why do these guys do that? Let me ask you something. Now, you know, here's the thing.
I can tell you why right now, to make a loud pop, but you can obviously see it. And everybody knows Bobby Eaton used to throw the best right hand, but he popped his shoulder.
Yeah.
You really couldn't see it because it was simultaneously.
It's all in one shot.
Yeah.
Look, I've seen guys pop the chest.
To me, the leg slap should only be a super kick, a drop kick, somewhere in that vicinity, but not every move. No.
Well, here's the thing.
I mean,
if you ever been
you've got to sell the move, but you got to do it right.
If you've ever been in a real fight, or you've seen a lot of real fights, here's the thing. First of all, no punch ever sounds the same. No two punches sound just alike.
No.
I've seen guys get hit with punches that sounded like shotguns going off and had no effect. Other time, I've seen guys get hit, the punch have no sound, and put a motherfucker down on his face. So is it not funny to these guys that whether it's a knee, whether it's a super kick, whether it's a fucking punch now, these guys, all the licks sound the exact same, the same skin smack. Why would they sound like that in real life? Why would these licks all have the same old skin sound pop? And here's the thing. If you got 4 motherfuckers or so in a match that really love doing shit where they thigh slap, man, within one match, you get 30 or 40 fucking thigh slaps. I mean, it gets to the point where ain't even nobody watching the match. They just counting the thigh slaps.
There you go, Buster.
Have a blood clot.
Read that, Buster. Buster, can you read that?
What does it say? I can't see. Just for that, Buster, I'm going to get into a fight and leg slap my way to victory. Hey,
you pretty slap your leg, Austin. Come on now.
Hey, go for it, man. You might as well. Look, it's like a box. Like Jimmy Cornette says, anything that comes out of a box is over.
Yeah.
Any lick you can hit a leg slap with, it's going to work, man. People going to pop on it, man. They love the leg slap.
John
LaFont, what's up, dude?
I still always ask a receipt.
Anyway, these guys need to, like you said, use the shoulder slap. Some use the chest. Jerry Lawler's so good when you're punching him, he'll be smacking you in the belly making the sound. I mean, really, that's how good his timing is. But stop with the fucking leg slaps. Shawn Michaels, it's his fucking fault. Look, we know he was the first one to really hit that leg slap super kick, but he was so good at it, nobody caught it. And then all these motherfuckers started imitating it, and obviously they're not as good at it, because every one of them... Look, here's the thing, it's like they concentrate more on getting the leg slap right than the actual blow. You know what I mean? They want the sound more than they want the shit to look good, really. They don't care if the fucking kick is 2 feet apart long as that skin smacks. I mean, you know, at what point is it stupid? I mean, truthfully, at what point does it become stupid? And like I said, if you got 4 guys who are really into that, all in a fatal 4-way or something, man, it's leg slap-a-mania. I mean, it really is. That's all you see, dude. Guys, I notice we're about 17 minutes in. That's really my main things today. Look, I got a whole fucking list, but I knew we wouldn't make it through it, so I'm just crossing shit off week by week that we get to. That was my main pet peeves for this week, man. I just, you know, it's some of the shit stupid. Referees, stop fucking hopping and selling wrestler shit. That's their job. Guys, smack something else besides your fucking thighs. I don't give a damn.
What do you say? Slap their ass or something? Jesus Christ, Buster.
I ain't about to slap them in the fucking jaw. How about that?
Yeah, fucking jawbreakers. After jawbreaker. After jawbreaker, baby.
Hey, I don't give a shit if they smack each other's ass to make the sound. Just stop smacking the fucking thighs, man, please. All right, y'all see I'm fucking fired up today. Look, hold on, give me 2 minutes. I had a killer weekend of wrestling. Friday night, I was at the Joint Legacy EIW show at the EIW Arena in Trenton, Tennessee. Awesome show, man. Let me give you a quick rundown of these matches. The opening match was Chase McCoy versus Justin Hale. Awesome opening match. Hard-hitting, physical. Really good match. Second match of the night was the LA's Hustlers, Rough Shot Lamont Potts, taking on Zach O'Brien. Let me tell you something. These matches will be starting to post this Monday. You need to go watch these matches. This LA Hustlers match and Zach O'Brien, man, these two guys had a hell of a match too. Rough Shot's on his fucking game in this match.
Where can we watch him at, Buster?
Buster H.R. Johnson on YouTube. You know this. Hey, right above me, right there. Buster H.R. Johnson on YouTube. Just subscribe.
What's that word behind your big ass head? We can't see it.
Says Subway.
Subway. Buffet Buster.
Hey, if Subway wants to sponsor me, I'll definitely replace that subscribe sign with Subway.
If the fuckers will sponsor Happy Gilmore, I know damn good well they'll sponsor you.
They should, man. All right, look, here's the match I want to talk about. Mike Anthony actually made an appearance there Friday. He took on Dale Tucker. And let me tell you something. This was one hell of a match. Let me tell you something about Mike Anthony. He's one mean-ass, grumpy fucking dude. Look, I went up and was going to shake his hand.
He's a heel, baby.
Look, I stuck my hand out. He looked at me, looked at my hand, kind of growled, turned around, just walked the fuck off, Mark. I'm like, hey, maybe he ain't a shaker, you know. I don't know.
That's because he knows your Cash App address.
Look, here's the thing, though. Next time I see him, I ain't even going to try to shake his hand. I'm going to give his ass a big bear hug. That dude is angry. He needs a fucking hug. I'm telling you. He needs
And right before you hug him, slap your leg.
Oh, busted thigh slap hug.
Hey, I might say that until... Look, I might take the thigh smack till he hits me, because... man, he's an angry ass dude. Look, anyway, these two guys had a hell of a match. Mike Anthony was on point. I thought he was going to kick everybody's ass in the arena before it was over. Hey, before the end of the night, I think Mike Anthony overlooked Dale Tucker a little bit and took him a little bit for granted. At the end of the night, Dale Tucker rolled him up with a quick roll up and got a quick 1, 2, 3. Mike Anthony was fucking pissed, dude. I mean pissed. He was bewildered. Like I said, I thought he was going to tear the whole fucking arena up, man.
That place needs to be worried if he comes back.
Mike Anthony, next time Big Buster sees your ass, it's hug time, man. We gotta, hey, we gotta release some of that anger, man. He's too pent up, man. He's just too angry, man. I'm gonna be honest with you.
Hugs my Buster.
Look, the next.
Devo said he needs some milk.
Look. Devo,
milk does the body good.
Shut up, Devo. Anyway, we ain't even acknowledging Devo's comments today, man. We ain't even acknowledging. Look, the next match of the night was the Legacy Pro Heavyweight title match. Featured Chris Rocker and JP Fantastic. This was a real good match, man. Kind of, as you know, these guys are family. So there's a little bit of dynamic where JP's the nephew, Rocker's the uncle, and I think JP's sick of doing what he's told. I think he's sick of taking a back seat. He put a whooping on Rocker's ass, and he might would have beat Rocker, but at the end of the day, Tim Grind and his son hit the ring and attacked. They attacked Rocker, which brought out the Party Boys, Galen Ray and John Biscuit Rotters. Okay. So the Party Boys made the save, sent Tim Grind and his son Lance McCade on the way, and so that set up for the main event, which was the Party Boys against Tim Grind and his son Lance McCade. This was a real good match too. All these matches were really good. That's the first time I'd been in the EIW arena in a year. Really good matches, man. This match here ended when Derek King slipped in the ring and super kicked Tim Grimes, and the Party Boys got to 1, 2, 3. You know, awesome night of action. And then obviously, you know, I was at TIWF's March Badness, and dude, that show was off of the charts. Over 300 people in attendance, 9 matches, a Hall of Fame ceremony. All these fucking matches are main event matches. Every match on the card, from the first match to the last match, was main event matches. And hey, we got our man. He's waiting to come in on us.
Let's bring him.
Yeah, we might as well get Randy Byrd out here and let him give us his thoughts on March Badness, how it went down.
Randy Byrd, the owner, the founder, the creator of TIWF, is going to join us for 2 weeks in a row.
What about that?
What's up, Randy Byrd?
What's up, Randy?
What do you say, Randy Byrd?
I think Buster's gonna shut up, man.
How do you think we feel?
I watch 2 porn movies waiting on him to get done.
2 porn movies? Now, hold on, Randy. We know damn well you definitely didn't make 2. You barely made it through 60 seconds of the first one, man. We know this.
Hey, Randy, we seen you dance before.
Oh, God, have we?
Yeah.
You still wear that goofy red suit?
Who, me?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Well, at least we got all of you this week, Randy. I see you got the thing figured out. We got the whole picture. Got Randy Byrd in full effect. Man, look, March Badness, 15th year anniversary in Trenton.
That's awesome. Congratulations on that, Randy.
Thank you,
Dude.
man.
Absolutely, man. That's what what accomplishment, man. I guarantee you, when you moved to Trenton, you never would have thought that, man.
No, not at all. Not at all. Like I say, you remember we were a year in Jackson and we just didn't have a good place in Jackson. So after a year, we Tank Turner and Timmy Hyde said, let's, showed me this building and said, hey, the first one in March, we didn't know what the heck was going to happen, but we had 125 on that first night. Boy, and we've been, of course, we've had ups and downs, but we back on the ups right now. And,
yeah.
I'm proud to have been there 15 years. You know what I'm saying? It's, I don't try to blow our own horn, man, but you don't see very many folks with one owner staying in one place for 15 years.
No.
And you made it through the COVID situation too, which was a pretty stand-up thing.
Yeah.
That was a tough time for everybody,
Oh yeah, that was tough coming back up. But hey, it ain't got nothing to do with me. All I do is keep the doors open and pay the bills. It's got to do with our workers and our fans.
Yeah,
that's what keeps us going.
Hell of a fan base.
Mark, whoever that lady is with that comment right there about somebody never shutting up, man, can't you mute her or kick her out the group or something, man?
We might bring her on the podcast.
Oh, hell no. Hell no.
She's our protection buster.
Hey, the Missouri Bad Boys never go anywhere without security, buddy. Remember that. That right, Randy Byrd?
That's right, buddy. Some of y'all hide up under the damn ring till the end of the damn night.
Damn right we do.
Randy.
502, baby. That's right. 502.
Saturday night was one of the absolute best shows I've seen in I don't even know how long. Been a long time, start to finish. All the matches were great. Your match. Big things happened in your match, man. Why don't you give us a little idea of how you feel about what went down?
Man, I was of course, I was pumped up, and thanks for putting the match on YouTube. I was watching it at work today. Everybody got tickled at that. They love. My workers love seeing me in the ring. But anyway, man, yeah, it was great. I was pumped up, man, and I'd done lost a little weight, and the suit fit good and was ready to go. Made the 1, 2, 3 with the stunner on Showtime, and I thought, man, this is going to be great. Going to go out and party, and I'd be damn if Sarge didn't attack me right there.
What?
Dude.
Yes, turned against me and attacked me. What's even
See, I was worried about that for you, Randy, because I know him and Showtime go back.
And Sarge is a snake. We all know that.
He's a
Sarge is
backstabber.
definitely a snake. He is. I felt like it might not happen this time because Randy was in a different place. Sarge seemed like he was in a different place. But, hey, that ain't even the most exciting thing out of that night. It wasn't just Sarge didn't just turn on Randy. Randy, tell him how this thing actually ended.
Well, let me give you I don't know if you can see that. That's
Yes, we see your arm. Look like a big X.
And that's part of it there. It ain't much, but let me tell you. Yeah, that was great. And I was feeling bad. But then the biggest surprise was when Coco Anderson came in. I thought, oh, hell, I'm finna get beat up some more. And he knocked the shit out of Sarge O'Reilly. Man, and I can't guarantee you the crowd popped like you would not ever heard. I thought the ceiling was gonna fall out the building, man. I'm telling you. It was
awesome double turn, Mark.
Yeah.
I shit you not. Awesome double turn. Just when you thought it was over and Sarge had done his deed, boom, there comes Coco. And at the end of the night, man, they just basically reverse roles. I mean, how do you feel about it, Randy? You walked in with Sarge and kind of walked out with Coco.
Well,
Speaking of Sarge, he's got a comment for all y'all.
Sarge knows he's a sneaky snake, man. He's dirty, man. We know he's one of the dirtiest players in the game, man.
Yeah, I tell you, and I'm glad he's watching because I don't forget. And I do.
Hey, Randy, you still got my number, too, if you ever need me.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Hey, don't forget, I got that law degree. I get you any kind of money you need, brother.
Yeah, I may get you all down there one night because, man, I didn't have to go to the hospital, but look here, all day Sunday, I was hurting all day Sunday. I'm guarantee you. And man, I was going into work slow Monday morning too. But yeah, that was a big surprise. But I don't like to talk about myself, but like you say, Buster, 9 matches, every one of them was great. Matter of fact, I sat out there and watched a lot of them myself, and I agree with you. Charlie, man, is come on. He's referee for us, and man, Charlie he is doing great things. Our game changers, Home Alone and Jordan Sanders, big high flyers. Of course, David Dane claims that the only reason he lost the title is because they hit him over the head with the chair. So he's been bitching about that, I think, all week, ever since we left the other night.
A lot of people don't know that Zay Washington's homegrown at TIWF either, do they?
Yeah, Zay Washington.
Yeah, there you go, Randy. Right there it is.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hey, they had one hell of a match, man. That was a hard hitting match. All the matches that night were hitting hard, man. I'm gonna be honest with you. Every match was physical from start to finish, from the first one to the last one. Is all around. It was a stellar night. I'll be honest. It was a stellar night at TIWF.
Yeah, right there, seeing Big Mike. Big Mike does the
Check out the highlights. Yes.
Hey, Mike.
You'll see almost some from every match there. Matter of fact, Big Mike does a fantastic job.
Yes, he does.
Yeah.
Best highlight guy in the business. Best
Big
highlight
Mike.
guy. Yeah.
That's my buddy right there now.
Hell, he made me look good. I don't know how in the hell you do that.
Look, you brought up the game changers. I'm glad you did that, man. I'm gonna tell you something. The game changers in Black Ink turned out to be one hell of a match. All 4 of these guys are they're chomping at the bit on main event. Look, Black Ink, Tyrell's ever since he worked Rocker 5 or 6 months ago. He worked Rocker in an angle that went 5 or 6 matches. Ever since then, it immediately bumped him up a level. I think it gave him his confidence. He's chomping on main event level. John, I seen a lot of improvement, and I seen a lot of John looked like he was out there with something to prove Saturday night. He wasn't going to let these other 3 guys leave him behind. And I like it, man. It's a young team. They're going to be hellacious when they get a little more experience. Now, Peyton and Jordan, the game changers, I love the fact that Peyton seems to be leaving Home Alone behind.
Yeah.
Because here's the thing. Home Alone, truthfully, it's a kid's gimmick. I mean, honestly, it's a comedy gimmick. That's what that's kind of its main base. And I like the fact that Peyton got his hair cut off. He took a more serious tone to his in-ring wrestling. I really like the new Peyton. Him and Jordan together, the Game Changers are a hell of a team. And I'm going to tell you something. Jordan Sanders, this fucking guy here is at another level. Every bit of his shit looks good. He don't miss a fucking spot. This guy here, really, he reminds me of a young Edge.
Oh, yeah.
There's really something. No shit. This kid is ready now. He don't have the experience, but if he was working high level talent, I think he could do it. I want to see this kid here work Blake Christian. Yeah. That would be a perfect test right now for Jordan Sanders so he can see where he stands. I think he can hang with Christian. I do. Christian's got the experience, no doubt. He's got the big match experience too. I don't know if Jordan could pull out the win, but I think a really killer showing by Jordan would prove to him and everybody else that this fucking guy here is got it. This is a kid here that he needs to get out of here now and try to get a WWE developmental deal or something, because if he sticks around here for another few years, he's never going to leave. He's going to waste all his talent and potential. And this kid here, like I said, he reminds me of a young Edge. He can talk. You know, all 4 of those guys are the future of pro wrestling, especially around this area. They're the future.
Well, I see where Sarge says my old ass didn't belong in the ring, and he's probably right. But even even at 65, somebody like that comes after me, I'm going to defend TIWF, and I'm going to defend all I can. I'm telling you, I just, I know I shouldn't be in there. And
Tell you what, you're the second oldest wrestler I've seen get in the ring, Randy. Right there under Ric Flair, you then Sting. So you're in a class of your own there, brother. Get back in that ring at 65. That's all I'm going to say.
Hey, Randy was in the ring throwing a windmill. He was windmilling them, Mark. He was throwing oh, man. He was throwing the shit out of them, man. He surprised me in there, I'll be honest. He did better than I'd have fucking done.
Hey, it's good to have K-Swiss in there the other night, too. He was taking on T-Pain. That was a good match.
Yeah.
And I was sitting out in the crowd when the women's match was going. And I love that women's match. Glad to bring that women's title back to TIWF.
Yeah.
Well, there's an abundance of good women wrestlers around right now. Around this area, too,
Absolutely.
Where it's really never been that way before. There's always been sometimes only 2, sometimes 3 or 4. Now there's an abundance, so I'm looking forward to seeing what goes on with the women's title.
Yep. Yeah. Of course, Liberty Pro, with all the ladies that they got and their customs that they do. I mean, it's a lot of ladies that come in and will come to, do their taping and then they'll work our show and stuff like that. And that's great. I want to say one more thing. I've been in this business 30 years, been in Trenton for 15 years. And I guarantee you always learn something, no matter what. Now I look back at last year's March Madness, whatever the hell I'm trying to say. Anyway, I looked at that, and March 5th of 2022, we brought in the Star Twins, Boogie Boy, Honcho Hensley, and a bunch of people that we had to pay a lot of money, and we did good that night. But I learned this March Madness, I used our guys that are there for us all year long, and I just throwed a couple of them in there. Of course, Trent and Logan Stunt and Trent was there. K-Swiss, just a few people in there. And I want you to know from last year, I don't like to talk money, okay? But I'm
Don't do it. Don't do it.
Don't do it?
Don't do it.
Okay, but let me just say this. From last year to this year, our door outdid what we did last year by more than $600.
Wow.
Randy.
Yeah, that's good. That's good.
That's great, man.
Our concessions beat last year by $200.
That's awesome.
Wow.
Man,
Yep.
I am. Look, I just had to put that out there because you learn your lesson. I mean, you want to bring in different folks, but hey, you depend on your local folks during the big shows.
They're going to take care of you in the long run when you take care of your regular guys, man, for sure.
That's right.
Your local folks carry you all through the year.
And you got a lot of loyalty there in that building that's been there a long time.
Yeah, you're right, and it's loyal workers and you won't believe it, loyal fans.
Yeah.
Some of those fans are there. I mean, every week.
Every week.
Now we've already got over 45 front row seats saved for the coming up show.
Wow.
That's right.
That's awesome.
Look,
Look,
Randy, can you answer John's question down there?
What do you say?
do you want to tell
do you want to tell Sarge who he's facing?
Oh, yeah. Okay. Yeah. Sarge, we're going to tell you right now who you're facing.
Breaking news right here on Baker Buster H. John Johnson.
Unmasked.
None other than Naughty by Nature Rude.
Oh,
Saturday night in Trenton, baby.
That's right.
Naughty by
Sarge
nature,
O'Reilly
not because he
and
hates
Naughty by Nature.
that ought to be a killer one right there.
Hey.
That happened to me. The next day I was on the phone. Rude, man, I need some help. Can you come? And man, I think I got a video coming out later on this week with him telling what's going to happen. But yeah, y'all are the first one to hear that. Thank you, John, for reminding me.
Breaking news, y'all. Breaking news. We bring it to you. Look, y'all. Since Randy's talking money, last week he gave me a carte blanche at the concession stand.
No wonder he lost money in the concessions last week.
Dude, look. By 7:15, by 7:15,
He's
by
at a barbecue.
Look, by 7:15, he threatened to have security throw me completely out of the building. Look, he banned me completely from the concession stand. He would have made $200 more, but he gave me that tab, and you know how that is, man. Hey, that's gonna be on the Buffet Buster shirts right there.
I bet you don't get another cop like that, buddy.
Man, look, I thought he was gonna call the cops on me, man.
Hell, I didn't even get a damn hot dog.
Oh, shit.
Oh, I ate a bunch of hot dogs. I ate like 16, 17 fucking hot dogs.
You look like it.
Hey, look.
Hey, he charged me $6 for a bottle of water. And I was working in the damn show.
Well, you don't get that big Buster deal, man. You know what I'm saying?
Oh.
Hey,
We all need a big Buster deal.
Hey, Randy kicked my ass for pillar to post and still charged me $6 for a bottle of water. I mean, what the hell, man?
Yeah, Big Mike, if I fed him and Buster, I wouldn't have no damn food at all. That's
Man.
Hey, I will say this for real. Concessions, man, they were going all night, and they still, like Randy said, he bought what he thought was going to be plenty enough, and they still sold out by, I want to say, semi-main event. But
Yeah.
I mean, it got to going. The curtain had to shut. They had a few drinks left, and that was it. They sold everything they had to drink. Randy, let me go ahead, Randy.
Let me say one more thing for because I'm looking forward to your big guest coming up.
Well, we got something we want to ask you too, Randy.
We don't want to forget the Hall of Fame members.
Yes.
White Dynasty, and we pulled a surprise on John. He didn't know he's going to be in the Hall of Fame. John does a lot of help. John does a lot of stuff people don't realize.
Yeah.
And I appreciate it. And, man, the ones I can't name them all, but we had Chico Mendoza was there last night, Saturday night.
How'd he get back in the country?
I don't know, man. Y'all done kicked him out a couple of times. I don't know how
Damn right we did.
He's illegal. He just keeps coming back over that
Biden.
border.
Yeah.
You know who we voted for?
Yeah, and the guy who got me started in this business, my brother Jesse D was there. I was glad to see him. You know, Jerry Fargo was there. I know I'm going to forget somebody, but we had several. Hot Rod was there. Several Hall of Famers. I can't remember them all, but they know we really appreciate it. And the only one we was missing that I really wanted to be there was Mark Southern.
Oh, man, I wish I could, Randy. I had prior plans or I would have been there, man. But I understand also that you had a little bit of surprise. Tell us about your surprise, Randy.
Yeah, I did. I mean, I thought the Hall of Fame deal was over with and was getting ready to go because sometimes I run my mouth too much and I want to get the show going. And then our photographer, Kelly,
does a great job too, by the way.
Yeah, real good.
They
awesome pictures.
Hold on just a minute.
Got it on his wall already, guys.
That's cool, man.
I like that, man. That's awesome, man.
Yeah, super cool.
Y'all know how emotional I am, and yet it really got to me, and I appreciate it.
That's pretty awesome.
Look here, 15 years, that's, I try to do a lot for everybody, and I don't expect nobody to do nothing for me, but I 100% appreciate it. I really do.
Has it got a picture of you when we beat your ass and laid you out on the concrete with the briefcase that night?
Look, that next. No, they don't got that picture.
They did.
That's not a good memory at all.
I got my ass whooped on the car. Randy kicked my shit out of me in the car match.
Yeah. Dang. But, I spent like 8 hours at the Mercy room the next day after I got hit with a briefcase. I mean, I went in at 11 o'clock and I didn't get out until 7 o'clock.
Classy Chris packs a punch, brother.
You can't fuck with that Missouri bad boy briefcase.
Hey, man. I've been hit with that fucking thing and somebody put a boot in that motherfucker. That hurt.
I ain't heard hiding the hair of that son of a bitch.
I think Jeremy White knocked me out with that damn briefcase one night.
Yeah. Anyway,
hey, all right, guys. Listen, I'm gonna step away for a minute. I'm gonna bring the new, I believe, is he a new champ, Charlie Kingston?
Yeah.
Yeah, Randy, you want to stick with us?
Yeah, I'll stay with you.
Okay, stick with us.
Yeah.
I'm gonna bring him in right about now. Charlie, you with us, bro?
Charlie.
Oh,
there he is. The brand new TIWF Heritage Champion, man. Tell us not only how it feels to be the brand new TIWF Heritage Champion, but how do you feel after that fucking ladder match the other night, dude? It was brutal.
Well, I can say once I got home and after the drive, I was hurting like hell. I had ended up.
Once that adrenaline goes away, it's gone. That shit hurts.
Man, that ain't the truth. I was in the back and I found out I got a fat ass gash on my arm. And I was like, son of a bitch, man, this really hurts. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But after the end of the day, it was really exciting to be in the ring and share the ring with J Rage and DJ Fury, two that I never shared the ring with before. I mean, it's for the most part, you can just sit it there. For the most part, it was pretty good. You know what I'm saying? I had multiple options where I could have just grabbed the belt, but I wasn't worried about the belt. I was more worried about putting a beating on my opponents, you know what I'm saying, to make sure they wasn't able to be there to get the belt down before me.
Let me ask you a couple questions, Charlie. You were just starting to ref when we were kind of on our way out, and who trained you? Who got you prepared to get to this point in your career?
Well, I actually started training when I was 13 years old.
Okay.
At TIWF building. J-Rage started me out. I wrestled 3 matches masked, and then I had ended up breaking my left ring finger. I actually never told anybody that, just a handful of people. I broke my finger, and I gave up on wrestling, so I started reffing. Well, I ref for about 9 years and finally got tired of just reffing, and I gave it up. Well, I ended up going to where my mentor, now I call him Dad, well, he ain't my dad no more since he changed on Randy, was Sarge. Sarge had actually put the icing on the cake and got me in the ring.
Okay.
He got me past all my scaredness and all that.
Yeah, you got a lot of confidence, man, in your matches. I watched several of your matches on the internet, and dude, you've come a long way, man. You're there, man. Just keep going, because the sky's the limit, man. Just keep doing what you're doing.
Yes, sir. Thank you. That means a lot.
How long have you actually your in-ring career? How long? It ain't even been quite a year yet, has it?
Actually, April 20th will be a whole year I've been in the ring.
Whole year.
Yes,
yeah, and I'm with Mike, dude. You know, I watch you. I've had the privilege of seeing a shitload of your matches live, even when you first started wrestling, because you started over with EIW. That's where you really broke in the ring at with Sarge. And, dude, you have come so far since then.
What's up, Uncle Mike?
I mean, really, in a year's time, you come way further. Of course, I've told you this. You've come way further than I ever thought you would in a year. There's no doubt about that, dude. Way further. And now, I have to believe that you've kind of probably dreamed about holding this TIWF Heritage title.
Yes, sir. I really have. Like, I had my eye on it, but the only reason that was stopping me was DJ. You know, DJ, he's my friend. You know, we're cool in the back, but they put us in a match with him, and I made a post, and I said, "May the best man win." So the best man won, and I guess I was the best man at that time. So, yeah,
it was a great match. Y'all gotta. It's actually up now.
Yeah, I've watched it like maybe 10 times already.
I actually rearranged where it shouldn't have been up, I don't think, until probably Thursday. But I went on and got it out because I knew that we were going to have you on the podcast, and I wanted people to be able to hopefully see it before you were on here. Dude, hey, let's give it up to J Rage and DJ Fury, too. I mean, that was one hell of a hard-fought match between you three guys.
Yes, it was. Very hard.
I mean, these ladders and these bodies took some damage. I can tell you that.
Every time I turned around, there was someone there.
That's right. That's right.
That's just like that Fatal 4-Way is going to be at PPW, March 17th.
Hey, that's a brand new, what is it, a junior heavyweight belt?
Yes, sir, and it's on the line.
There you go.
Charlie, have you had a cage match yet in TIWF?
No, sir, I have not. I'm actually looking forward to the cage match.
You'll appreciate the letter.
Yeah, I really can't wait to be in the steel cage. I mean, I've had a TLC match versus Galen. I've had a ladder match, which was just recently with J Rage and DJ Fury. I had a bar match. I was tagging with Chase McCoy versus Galen and Biscuit. That's about all the serious matches I've had so far.
You've had some really good matches, man. Everything I've seen, man, it's just escalating better and better every match you have. So just keep going, man, and you're gonna be at the top of the card before long, brother.
That's my goal, brother.
Randy.
Yeah.
Charlie's your brand new TIWF Heritage Champion, man. You got any questions for him? Any thoughts? What do you?
I love him, buddy, and that's.
I love you.
I've known Charlie since he was a kid, and we've had a couple of problems, but we worked through those problems, and I'm glad he's back, and I think he really deserved the Heritage title, and just to let you know, Charlie, June the 3rd will be the cage match, so that will be the cage.
Okay.
There you go.
History fact: first one to hold the Heritage title was Mark Southern. Just in case you didn't know that.
There you go.
The Missouri Bad Boy, first Heritage Champion. Damn.
We had all the gold at TIWF, baby. That's how we roll.
There you go.
I did not know that.
Charlie, won't you tell us, tell us what your immediate goals are, say over the next year to accomplish in wrestling?
Honestly, just, take as much advice in as I can, talk to the veterans of the match. If I ever get the chance to work a veteran in the ring, sit back and listen. Don't be one of the young heads and just try to run my mouth. Hey, let's do this, this, and this. No, I'm gonna just sit back and, listen to them. Honestly, get better, just better myself in the ring. Maybe if anything comes up, I really want to get into more high flying stuff. I mean, I'm not there, but I really want to get there. So, yeah, but I get to the building every Saturday about 1:30 and I work out until doors open, and then I go to the back.
Yeah.
I mean, the most thing I want to do is get my cardio up to where I can run longer matches, and also just get my skills and everything approved. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Hey, Charlie, there's one thing I can tell you in this business, and this is it. Do not be a Jason Vaughn.
Damn.
Jason Vaughn is listening. Do not be him. Sit back and relax in that dressing room.
Yeah, just have fun, man. And then, like you said, listen to the veterans. I did. It worked for me. Man, I'm telling you, there's a reason why they're at the top. And if you listen to those guys, you'll get there. You'll get there too, man.
Okay,
all right, Charlie. Devo, he's been a thorn in our ass all night tonight. He ain't stopping yet.
He loves Buster.
Hey, he says you owe him a singles match, man. What's your thoughts on that?
I mean, Devo, I'm never scared of an opponent in the ring. If you can find a place to book it, I'll run it. But last time I recall us stepping in the ring, it was me and Autumn versus you and Brandy at YWA. And I'm pretty sure we handed it to y'all.
Ooh.
Just putting that out there.
I think you should bring it to TIWF, Randy.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Hey, Charlie, I bet he likes it being handed to him.
Come on, man. This ain't that kind of damn show. Hey, Mark. Hey, you keep on, Mark. Devo will be living in your house and shit. Oh, yeah. You'll be out back in the doghouse, man.
Hey, I love some Devo. He's gonna have a comeback. I guarantee it.
Yeah, I'm a run.
I think Devo wants a match with Buster. So that way you give him a leg slap player hug.
Look, man. Truth be told, Devo was actually at the show Saturday night. He come up to me, gave me a big old hug, asked for my autograph, wanted me to take a picture with him. Of course, I obliged, man. Look, the dude loves me, man. That's all there is to it.
Hey, Randy.
Saturday?
Randy,
yeah,
you didn't on your new
you didn't see
Randy?
Devo Saturday?
No, I guess he was ducking me. I sure didn't see him.
Yeah, he was there. He didn't wrestle or nothing, but he was there.
Yeah, I didn't see him.
I talked to him for a few minutes.
Well,
scouting the champ now, man. Be careful. He's scouting.
Charlie, tell us what you got coming up in the near future.
Well,
What kind of bookings?
Well, right now I'm taking a rest on traveling because I'm trying to find a house, but that's etc. But so far I'm only doing local shows. Every Saturday I'll be at TIWF Wrestling. Every Saturday. Bell time 7:30, but we usually don't start on regular shows to about 7:45.
Randy,
Hey, time out. I gotta ask. Did the National Anthem play at 6:45, Buster?
Tell him.
hey, truth be told, that motherfucker started at 6:50 on the dot, and actually, the show actually started a couple minutes before 7. So, yeah, it was.
Yeah.
Hey, now, hold on. This Saturday could be 7:45, 8 o'clock, 8:30. Who knows?
Hey, Buster. Big Mike said that Devo was there getting Buster's John Hancock. What is your response to that?
Look, man. Look. Hold on, look.
You're hanging inside and shit. What's going on, Buster?
Hey, I bet Sarah's got something to say about that.
Where's she at?
Look, hold on, y'all. Hold on. He had to pay me for getting him on the podcast somehow, man. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, man, I'm looking for Sarah to chime in anytime.
No, this ain't that kind of show. Devo will sue us all. He'll sue everybody.
Hey,
See,
Devo.
only cock he gets is from Chick-fil-A.
Hey, Devo will have this whole motherfucker shut down by in the morning if we don't get off his ass, man.
Hey, what about this comment here? We got. Listen to this comment.
Let's change the.
He did come home awful happy. Nothing like the old John Hancock job.
Hey, hold on. Every time I see Devo, he leaves a smile on my face.
That's great stuff. Hey, Charlie, thanks for joining us, man.
Yeah, Charlie.
Tell everybody where they can find you. You got Instagram, Facebook, any of that?
I got a Facebook page, Charlie Kingston, but you can get me on my personal page at Charlie Eddington, inbox there. Yeah, just get there and you can get all the rest of the contact information.
Right on.
Your show.
Hey, keep doing what you're doing, man. We'll see you at the top of the card for long, man. I'm telling you that for sure.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Hey, never forget. Don't be a Jason Vaughn.
Don't be a Jason Vaughn.
Damn.
Oh man.
Yes, sir. Y'all have a great night. And once
You
again,
too, bud.
You take it easy, Charlie.
Man, appreciate you, buddy.
Hey, Buster, can I say something right quick?
Go ahead,
No,
Randy.
you can't say shit, Randy Byrd.
Look, you're talking about your pet peeve, the leg slapping. Let me tell you what a pet peeve as a promoter and owner is that I got. And I'm going to cuss here. A motherfucker come up to me and tell me, hey, man, can I get my PO so I can leave? I hate that shit. I hate it. Okay? Give me time to get some money, get it situated. Then if you need to leave early, okay. But if you notice a lot of the veterans stay and they watch the matches.
Yeah.
So, that's what the young guys need to be doing too. I guarantee you, Ty, John, the game changers, all them young guys, they never leave. They're sitting there watching every match there to try to learn something.
Is that the only reason we were in the main event, Randy Byrd, so we wouldn't leave?
Yes, that's right.
Hey, Randy knows damn well if you give Mark his money for his match, ain't gonna be no fucking match, man. Mark gonna be gone. Mark gonna be down at the bar watching sports somewhere.
Yeah, I'm going to be in that back road, ain't I,
Back
Randy?
row, baby. Back row lane, bar and grill.
There you go. Yeah, no, that just pet peeves me so bad, man. I just want to shit a brick. You know what I mean? But anyway.
Damn, it sounds painful, Randy.
Hey, real quick before we change subjects, Devo said, Sarah, you joined us for tickle time.
Man, what is this fucking show devolved into, man? What are we doing here?
Hey, man.
Oh, man.
Hey, look at Bobby Thompson and smile on your face.
There you go, man.
Oh.
Hey, and Big Mike's mad because he wasn't invited.
See, Mike, you wait till I see you in Missouri, buddy.
Hey, all right, guys, we got one more special guest, baby.
Yes, we do.
And she is the new TIWF Women's Champ. I believe that's right. Go ahead, Buster.
Hey, she's the one and only Autumn Marie.
Yeah.
Let's get her on here. Autumn.
There she is, the champ. The champ is here.
How you doing, girl?
Hey, now.
I'm good.
Girl, you are the brand new TIWF Women's Champion, and you're the first champion in a long time. How you feel about that?
Yeah. I think I'm the first champion in over 2 years, maybe.
2 years? Yeah.
Maybe longer than that.
How's that make you feel? You the brand new first champion in 2 years. Don't worry about that, girl.
Can you hear us, Autumn? I don't think she can hear us.
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Oh, okay.
There we go.
He was asking, how did it make you feel to become the new ladies champion?
Honestly, it was very emotional. The whole time I was in there, every one of my opponents were bigger than me, size-wise, every one of them. So, when, push come to shove, my chances of actually becoming the women's champion was very slim. And then for me to actually get the 1, 2, 3 and become the women's champion, I cried. I
can understand that. That's a big win.
Yeah, she has a very, I guess, long history with TIWF. She's been a mainstay for a while, so I can see that. Yeah.
I can remember back scouting. I was in EIW's old building in Newbern. First time I seen her, it was an all-woman show, the first half, and then they had the big show afterwards. And I see this little girl in that ring, and I thought, holy hell, why is she in Newbern, Tennessee? Man, she needs to have her ass down there in Tampa working on her ass to get up there to New York. Like, you are a very talented young lady with a lot of talent, and believe me, size don't play a part in what you can do in that ring, because you're a badass chick, man, and you're good at what you do. That's all I can say. You are a ring veteran and a very, very crafted young lady.
Hey, she's a firecracker in there.
Man, she's meaner than a snake in that ring.
Yes, man, she's good. And here's the thing. It ain't like she grew up in wrestling. She was she was born into it too,
She sure was. Second generation.
Yep.
Autumn, give us a little bit of your history. I mean, how did you get into wrestling?
Okay. So, truthfully, whenever I grew up, yeah, I see it, baby. I grew up, around the business my whole life. My mom and my dad wrestled, but I never really wanted to be a wrestler. I didn't. I was like, that shit hurts.
Hey, now you really feel it, don't you, girl?
Yes, I was like, you know what, Dad? I want to be a valet. That's what I'll do. I'll valet. I'll be the little cheerleader. And there had finally talked me into like, come on, get in the ring with me, sis. Let me try this move on you. And I was like, man, you got me fucked up. What are you talking about? Well, finally, he was like, all right, I'll give you $5 if you let me do it. So I was like, all right, cool. So we get in the ring, and he does this move on me, and it didn't hurt like I thought it was going to. And I was like, man, okay. So I was like, show me how to bump. Show me how to bump. And my brother showed me how to bump. And from there, I knocked the breath out of me one time. And after that, I was just like, okay, now I got to perfect this. Now I want to learn what comes next. Now I got to come up here as early as you get, and I've got to do this shit. Like, I want to be a part of this.
There
And
you
then
go.
from that point on, it was more of a, at that point it was a passion thing. I was very passionate about my craft because all I wanted to do was perfect it. I wanted it to be perfect. There were so many times where after a match or a show that I would go back and watch something, I was just like, man, that looks shitty. And I would beat myself up for it for so long that that I honestly became my worst critic. And every time I got in the ring after that, I perfected whatever it was that bothered me. And after I trained with my brother for a little while, my dad, it got real rough. Like as a family, it was really hard for us to train together. So then I moved on and I started training with Chris Rocker, Gage, and Cordell. And this was at the old EIW building, or it was actually AAW at the time. And from there, Sarge came and Sarge took me under his wing. He trained with me at UCW and he just kind of helped sculpt and mold me into myself. And then he just let me fly. So,
Girl, Big Dave Sims says, very proud of you, Autumn. I think everybody is. I do. I think that's
yeah,
a universal statement around here. I think everybody's very proud of you.
Autumn, how old were you when you had your first professional match?
it was actually on my 14th birthday.
14th birthday.
Wow.
Yep.
That's pretty impressive.
Well,
Yeah, on
go ahead, Autumn.
April the 26th of this year, I will be in the business and wrestling for 10 years.
Wow.
Because, see, I've been
That's
pregnant
crazy.
twice. I've had 2 boys. I have 2 beautiful boys. But even then, when I was pregnant, I was always at a wrestling show. I was announcing. I was the commissioner. I always had something to do with it because it would kill me to, sit at home. Like, I don't want to sit at home. It just felt like it wasn't supposed to be that way. So I made sure to get there. I made sure that I was a part of something.
Let me ask you a question. Obviously, your priorities is your family first, of course, it's everybody's. If the opportunity was to arise that you had a chance to try out for WWE, AEW, TNA, things like that, would you be able or would want to take that chance and give it a shot?
I've discussed this a lot with my family and my husband. My youngest son has a tracheostomy, and he has had it for a year now. Because of that, I haven't really tried to get booked far or too far from home just in case something happens. Because my mother, I have her trained enough to where she'll watch him for me until I get done wrestling. Now they're saying he's going to get it taken out around June or July. After that,
that's
his
good.
ass is getting through in the back seat, and he's coming with me. And I'm going. I'm going. I'm telling y'all, that is the only thing that has stopped me or had me second guessing going just a little too far. And hell yeah, if the opportunity came for me to, try out for WWE or AEW or TNA, what I'm saying? I'm going because at that point, the worst thing they could tell me is no. We
No,
don't
that's
want
right.
you. And that's
Right.
fine because somebody else will.
Girl, I think you could go down to AEW, and it might take a couple of shows, a couple of times. I fully believe you could walk away with a contract. I do. May not
hands
be.
down.
You may not be getting no $1 million, but here's the thing: if you got on the low end 60 or 70,000, no harder than their schedule is. Man, that's a lot of money for no more work than you'd be doing. You'd still get to spend time with your family. Let me ask you, I'm glad you brought up your kids. How do you jug being a full-time mother and trying to wrestle too? How do you juggle that?
Okay. So, when my son was in the hospital, he was in the water for 100 days. And
Yes.
they trained me. Goodness. They trained me to actually, I know anything happens to him, I know exactly what to do. I don't have to call anybody. I don't have to pick up the phone. I'm technically a trained nurse. So after he gets it taken out, if there's anybody in and around Dyersburg that needs trach care, I'm actually licensed to go take care. But as far as juggling it, it's hard. It's always hard. You make sacrifices, and some are harder than others. But I always figure out how to do it. I always figure out how to initiate family time along with me time, and wrestling is me time. I don't have like me time as in, oh, I'm gonna go get my nails done, or oh, I'm gonna go get my hair done. It's not that. It's, oh, well, I gotta make it. I gotta get to the show. I gotta work out. You know what I'm saying? Like it's
Yeah.
never initially like that is my me time as a wrestler. It's me time, and I am walking in my bathroom, y'all, because my kids are getting a little loud. But that is my time, and I don't get any other time besides that. I'm a full-time mother all week. Like that's all I do. I change
Yeah.
diapers, I make bottles, I feed, I bathe, and then I wrestle on the weekends.
Then I kick ass on the weekends.
Hey,
Yes, I
Autumn, we
do.
got somebody that's made a comment. Says you need to face her in the ring. So let's see. There it is. Briar Rose in the ring.
Oh.
Any
Well,
thoughts or
I would
comments?
have no problem facing her in the ring if she got trained. It blew up real big. I know everybody's seen the videos. It was just a disgrace to all of us women that have worked our ass off for the name we have, because I know you guys remember back in the day, women's wrestling was a joke. Or it was just that gimmick match, like a bra and panties match. It was just a
That's
gimmick
right.
match just to get
Yeah.
more people in asses and seats. Whereas now, if you see me, for me versus the $1 million baby, y'all, they're gonna come because they know it's gonna be a banger. We're gonna go out there and give everything we got. Whereas like it's just very disrespectful. And as long as she got trained properly, I would not have a problem. I'm not a hater. I think everybody should eat, even if they eat at a different table.
There you go.
I like that. That was
I
that was
didn't,
a good.
I
I
didn't
like
do
that.
that. That's a good comment.
Hey, Autumn, we brought up $1 Million Baby. You did. You and the $1 Million Baby kind of have a storied history with each other, kind of a love-hate relationship. Y'all faced each other a ton of times. And I noticed lately, y'all have actually been tagging some here and there too. Have you built up a respect? It seems like y'all built up a mutual respect for each other over the time y'all have hated each other, and now at times you seem like you really like each other. What's the
I was gonna
dynamic
say,
there?
man, when I first started, I had this ego from hell. Couldn't nobody tell me nothing. I would do whatever I wanted to. You could come up to me and try to tell me something about myself, and I was just gonna look at you, roll my eyes, and walk away. So when I started $1 Million Baby was that girl. You know what I'm saying? She was the one. So, and I'm not gonna necessarily say it was jealousy, but I wanted to be like her, or at least something like her. So for a long time, I just always felt like in a way she was better than me. Work ethic wise, all of that. So, you know, and don't get me wrong, I love $1 Million Baby. It's more of a love relationship than it is a hate. That's my wrestling sister, and if anybody fucks with her, they fuck
Oh,
with me. And that's just the way it is. Now, as far as competition wise, you know what I'm saying? Like she's there. If I know I got a match with her and it's for a belt, I'm gonna work my ass off. I'm gonna have to. I'm not gonna get to walk out just easy breezy. That shit is it's gonna push me to my limits just as well as I am her. But I seen her comment earlier and she said we're number one. And if I could take anybody with me, hell, if she gets there before I do, she better take me with me because I'm taking her with me.
I
I
like
will.
that.
100%. You and her are definitely the two top women in, for sure, West Tennessee wrestling, without a doubt. Randy, Autumn's your brand new TIWF Women's Champion, man. You got any questions for her? What you got on your mind?
Oh, again, she's another that's been at TIWF since she was little, man. I tell you what, that really makes me feel old. All these people coming in here and like Charlie and like Zay and like Autumn and winning these
Shit, Stephanie
titles.
too.
Yeah, Stephanie too. Yeah.
Remember,
Oh
we
my
used to
God.
call her Twinkie sitting out there.
She was
I
Twinkie
remember
Whispering.
that. I
Yeah.
remember that.
Yeah, but yeah, Autumn did when she was pregnant. She came in there. She helped at the show anyway that I wanted her to do. I consider her not just a worker or nothing like that. And just like Stephanie, I consider them. I don't have any daughters, so I consider them like daughters to me. I'd do anything for them. They have done great for TIWF, and I was proud that she won the women's title. I was really proud of her for that. And I'm gonna shut up because I'm getting emotional. But anyway, that was That was great. I appreciate it. Yeah, she's
Autumn,
Hey, it's okay to cry. It's okay to
I-
cry. I done it
I know.
plenty.
That's a good
I know,
cry,
baby.
right? Good cry, baby. Good cry.
In my opinion, I believe Million Dollar Baby and Autumn are the two top women in probably every surrounding state around us right now. I mean, that's just my opinion.
Yeah.
Big Mike just made a comment, said best rivalry in women's wrestling.
That's right.
Hands
Big
down.
Mike Productions.
Yes.
There you
Yes.
go.
You know,
Stephanie-
it's been a very long rival between us two, and now that we're actually able to work together, or not even work together, just be on the same side, it's nice because we didn't get to do that often.
Autumn,
And
Million Dollar Baby said you guys are stronger together.
oh yeah, for sure, for sure. Like, you know what I'm saying? Y'all could put me and her in a tag against any, hell, even male tag teams, and we're gonna take it there.
I can
Autumn,
tell you what I said
'Cause
in
that's
the
one
private
thing-
comment between us guys. I said, you guys, or you ladies, I should say, are the Dundee and Lawler. You face each other. You can be a great tag team. And to me, that's quite an accomplishment. You ladies are awesome. And that's where, in my eyes, where y'all have become is the Dundee and Lawler of female wrestling.
Autumn,
Well, I appreciate that.
I'd be remiss if I didn't ask this. Now, you're the new TIWF Women's Champion. Million Dollar Baby. She is the new Premier Pro Women's Champion. How interesting is it to you for y'all to rekindle that rivalry over these two titles, maybe?
You know, she deserves it just as much as I do.
I
Honestly.
agree with that.
Like, don't get me wrong, I'm coming for the PPW title for sure. I'm on my way. I'm stepping, and I don't doubt for 1 second that she's not going to be on my heels for the TIWF Women's Champions. But if we weren't real wrestlers, then you know what I'm saying. Why does it matter? We're both on each other's ass, like we will be, but it's all out of love.
You know, one thing I find interesting is y'all both were actually in both of these matches for both of these separate titles. So, I mean, y'all really are always bumping up against each other one way or another, whether it's a rivalry or whether y'all are coming together to take another team out. You know, I just, Randy Byrd, I see a future
Book it.
super bout main event. Actually,
Main event.
I see it over 2 shows. I believe if Premier Pro and TIWF work together, I think these two ladies could headline Friday night and Saturday night
Tim
for the
Davis.
women's titles.
Yeah, I agree with that.
I do. I believe they could main
You know,
event. I believe people
something-
would come see.
You know, something that's very similar about both of us that have, you know, it's made us who we are today is we weren't trained to be women's wrestlers. We were trained to be wrestlers. There was no women. There was no you can't do something or you can't. It was never that. I've thrown up. I have, you know, I've literally had headaches. I have had the breath knocked out of me training with men, all men. And I got done just as well as the men did. It was never anything different. So that's where me and Baby have so many similarities because she was the same way. She got trained by men. So when we go out there, we swing like men. We bump like men. We do everything like the men. It's not just well, this is a girls' match. Let's go outside and smoke real fast. It's not that. It's, here we go. We got to sit here. We're sitting on our hands. What's about to happen?
We
And
don't want to
that
miss this.
That's absolutely.
Absolutely. I enjoy watching you two go at it because you don't know who's going to win because you guys are going to fight till you're out of breath or can't stand up. That's just every match I've ever watched between you two, and it's an enjoyment to watch you guys just go at it because, like I said, to me, you're the two best in any surrounding state from where I sit right now, and that's just my opinion.
Well, we definitely appreciate it. And another good thing is like we don't all these awesome compliments. Everybody's proud of us. You know, of course, there's some that have their favorites, which is Baby, and then others is me. But like, honestly, one of my favorites is Baby. I watched her. I'm telling you, I'm I'm young, but I'm getting older. But I remember sitting in TIWF in the front row or on the bleachers, watching her face, Black Widow, Venom, just, even my mother at some points. And I was able to watch her alongside with Little Bit. And after getting in there and I wanted to do it, I never thought that I would actually make it to where now it's like, I'm in the ring with my idols that I've watched grow up. You know what I'm saying? It's nice.
Yeah.
It's I'm not gonna cry. I told myself I was not gonna cry.
It's okay to cry, Autumn, remember?
It's okay to cry.
Hey, it's a good
But
cry. It's a good cry.
I was gonna say I bet I've cried more than any of y'all the past couple of days.
Randy, I want you to book these two women for a cage match. I want them to just lock it up and let's see who it is. I want to come buy my ticket.
Right there is why. That's right. Right there is why West Coast Mike ain't the booker. He gonna take us straight from here to a cage match.
Let's just get them in the cage and let's do this thing, man.
Hey, that's probably the only thing they haven't done, though. That's probably the only thing they have not done.
But we could at least build to it. Come on, man.
It's been good.
No, Buster. They wrestled each other 878 times.
78-9 at least, and it's been built for years. Let's take it to the cage.
They've been wrestling since they were 14, Buster.
14.
Really, man.
10 years.
Well, I'm sitting here thinking, I don't know why Premier and TIWF can't get together and have one freaking fucking ass super show.
There you go.
I don't know why you couldn't either.
I don't either.
We need to find a big building. Oh, we lost Autumn.
We lost Autumn for a second. She'll probably be back.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm with you, Randy. I could see, like I said, I could see these two ladies headlining Friday and Saturday night, and then, like you said,
there you go.
She's back. It's magic, Mark.
I disappeared. I'm back though. I'm coming back for y'all.
Look, she's not only a wrestler, she's a magician.
A magician. There you go.
Hey, let me say this though, Autumn. I'll put my tights on and wrestle you before I let you wrestle Briar Rose.
Oh yeah.
Please don't put no tights on, Randy Byrd. Wear a pair of sweatpants or something.
I was gonna say I don't know, Randy. I think that would have to be a handicap. That would have to be me, baby, versus you.
All right, look.
Yeah, I am handicapped.
Hey, don't make his day. Don't make his day.
Look, I noticed right after you got through talking about Briar Rose, that she put up a comment. It really wasn't a comment. It was just a trash can.
Yeah.
I know, it's crazy. I don't understand how you could get on a podcast and
I think it's a
there's so
fake
many
account, to
watching,
be honest with you.
And if it really was her and she commented trash can, she took herself out.
I gotta look up who this Briar Rose is. I don't reckon I know who she is.
Now hold on. In all fairness, now
there it is.
As far as I know about this girl, she was kind of she originally showed up at Newbern as a valet or basically just with the HWO. So I don't think she had very much training. I think she was kind of just thrown in there. Now I have heard
Honestly,
that she
was a side showgirl. She had the look for them to get heat. She had the mouth for them to get heat, and that was the heat magnet. I mean, truthfully.
And that's kind of how she was brought in. Now I have heard that people have offered to work with her and help train her, and that she will not show up or will not accept the help.
He's been all over the comments, but Devo's offered to help her. I've offered to help her, and it's almost like personal life happens. Shit happens to everybody. But once it happens over and over again, it becomes an excuse. And to me, like, if you really want to be in this business and you have the passion for it and you want to learn, then that's exactly what you're going to do. Like I said, everybody makes sacrifices, because I know I sure have. I never went to prom because I was always at a wrestling show. I didn't get to experience that. Do I regret it? Fuck no. I would still go to a wrestling show if I could go back.
Well, there you go. It is what it is. Look, everybody gets in this business one way or another, And if you get in like that, and then you're offered help and offered people to help train you and try to help you learn this business, then you should take them up on it if you're serious about being in this business.
Because if I'm being honest right now, and it was me instead of Brandy, that video would have went way different.
Well, let me ask you this, Autumn. At the heart of the matter, do you think it was more of a Briar Rose issue, or was it more of an issue from the booker standpoint of actually putting her in the fucking ring?
There's many faults on this, because you are correct. Actually, Briar Rose, she could have been like, I'm not trained, I'm not comfortable with this, and said no. And then physically, no one can even, no one can force her to.
Yeah.
But the promoter, whether it was the promoter and the booker or whatever, they're all at fault. Because if I am running my own show and somebody comes to me and they don't have boots and they ain't got knee pads and they ain't got no gear, they ain't working in my ring.
Amen.
That's right.
I mean, it's way different than how it used to be. Because, I've literally watched Tasha Simone tie up somebody before, and I ain't ever seen nobody get tied up like she tied that girl up. I can't even remember who she was. But, just as far as that goes, it's just disrespectful. Whether you're male, female, or your pronouns are they, her, whatever you go by. If you want to be a real wrestler, get real training. Don't just assume because you go out with a group full that are heels or baby faces and you can get the crowd behind you whether they're booing or they're cheering. Don't assume that makes you a part of what we do.
A wrestler.
You're only a side piece. You're only a side piece.
Hey, Devo, I don't know this, but she said pronouns, he, she, it. So I think those might have been aimed at you, buddy.
I love Devo. I worked with him for months. And that kid, and I call him kid, he's not much younger than I am. But I say kid because I watched him grow. I watched him, I guess, flying to his little butterfly phase. Like, I was able to know that if he went to a show on his own, that he could handle his own, if that makes sense. I'm proud of him as far as he has came, because I know the first match that I had with him, it was a 6-man tag, and I thought this guy was gonna cry on the side of the ring. He was so scared, and he was like, Autumn. I was like, chill, we're gonna have fun. That's what we're here to do. We're gonna have fun. Quit stressing. To now, if we have a match together and we're in the back, he's like, man, we're just gonna go out there. I said, hell yeah, we're just gonna go out there and call that shit. I ain't calling nothing back here.
Yeah, he is. Truthfully, he's a natural in the ring. Look, he's not the most athletic, but for his size and his build, he can do shit you don't think he can do. He's tough as hell. And look, I watched these ladies beat the fuck out of Devo for 4, 5, 6 months in a row. Him learning his craft. I'm like her. The first time he stepped in the ring, he was fighting to get out. He was trying to claw his way out. And it didn't take him but a few matches, and you could see the improvement already with him. And that's thanks to Autumn. That's thanks to $1 Million Baby. That's thanks to Sarge O'Reilly. All the guys that helped Devo. Devo listened, though.
Oh, yeah. I'm always for, like, if you want help and you actually will give me your listening ear, I will work with you. But if I work with you one time and I know that everything I told you went in one ear and right out the other, I ain't got time for it. I can spend my time doing something better and elsewhere.
Yeah. Well, Autumn.
Oh, yeah, and what Big Mike said, know your place. Know your place when it comes to business.
That's right. Autumn. Girl, we're fixing to have to wrap it up. Why don't you tell
you're good.
Any of these promoters out here or any fans that want to get a hold of you, how can you be contacted?
Facebook is Autumn Beck. My email is autumnbeck22222 52s at iCloud.com.
5 times.
Hey, any promoters out there? You want a top-notch woman for your card? Call Autumn Beck. Call $1 Million Baby. You can't go wrong with either of these ladies.
We need you to get your Missouri license so you come work over American Hostile one time.
Oh yeah, trust me, I've been working on that. That's in the works.
I'd love to see you over there.
Love to have her.
Girl, we've enjoyed this. I'm glad you came on and got to make it. Look, I've got videos with my kids running in and out through it. My little girl running all through it too. That's part of life. And that's what we try to bring you here. We're not just here. We're here to promote wrestling, talk wrestling, but we're also here to show people that, look, wrestlers aren't just wrestlers. They're real people too. They have real lives. They have families. They have jobs. They have kids they have to take care of. I mean, you have to do it all, and then you got to do wrestling on top of it. It takes a lot to juggle. Even without kids, it takes a lot just to be a wrestler. If you got a relationship or a family of any sort, it's hard on families, you know. And girl,
absolutely. Well, I just want to say thank y'all for wanting me to come on and inviting me. I had a wonderful time.
Well, thanks for coming
so
on.
much.
We really appreciate having you coming on here with us.
All right. Good night, y'all.
Take it easy, champ.
See you, champ.
All right, Randy Byrd, this has to be for you. It's James Pierce. He said, "Screw you, punk."
He was talking to the Hustlers. The Hustlers are on.
Oh, my bad, Randy. My bad, Randy. He wasn't saying screw you.
I might have been.
You can't never tell. I think it was for Randy and the Hustlers. Talking about the Hustlers and Steel Cross, dude, they had one hell of a match Saturday night. I mean, really, look, they had, actually, the Hustlers got to 1, 2, 3. And for about 35 seconds, they were the TIWF Tag Team Champions, but Steel Cross.
35 seconds. That's got to be the quickest championship loss ever.
Look, the Hustlers won the belts, but Steel Cross proved that they're not only one of the most gritty teams to step in the ring with, and they're one of the most dirtiest teams to step in the ring with. They got brains, man. They tucked the chain into tights, and then the referee found the chain, reversed the decision. Fucking awesome, man. Yeah. Crowd exploded. The crowd just knew the Hustlers had the belts, and then all of a sudden, boom, that chain's hanging out of Rough Shots tights. The referee called it, reversed that decision. Steel Cross got the belt back. The crowd was fucking irate, man. Steel Cross got the hell out of there, hit the dressing room.
You gotta watch the Hustlers. They cheat.
Randy, what do you think about that, man? What's your call on that?
Well, I didn't see the match, but the problem with Steel Cross is they got that son of a bitch just in case with it. That's the problem.
Damn.
Just in case, you son of a bitch.
Just in case, you son of a bitch. Some bitch, just in case.
Hey, nobody buying your yoga programs, you son of a bitch.
Nobody.
No, but not even Buster HR job.
Hell no. I don't know. I've been thinking about getting the just in case yoga, man. I figure I might drop a few. I'll probably gain a few pounds on the just in case yoga.
I gain about
20. Yeah.
Look, you ain't never seen another yoga plan come with meals. You know what I mean? Just in case his plan comes with meals for you. Steak, cheeseburgers.
You'll be too buffet, Buster.
Hey, the T-shirts are coming. The T-shirts are coming. Randy, before we get off here, the Crowleys made a surprise appearance at the end of Trent Daniels and Logan Stunt.
Yeah, I need to know everything's going on. I didn't even know that.
Dude, the lights went out. The lights came back on, and there's the Crowleys sitting in the ring on each side of Trent Daniels. Logan Stunt had already beat him, and Trent was still in the ring. He looked around, and there's the Crowleys. Let's just say it didn't go well for Trent Daniels that night. He was trending, but for all the wrong reasons. You know what I mean?
I got you on that, man. Yeah. So that's coming up sometime. I don't know when. I know, of course, this Saturday night, it's just, I don't know what's going to happen. This is the fallout from March Madness, so I don't know what's going to happen this week.
Hey, Randy, tell us what all you got going on this Saturday night, the fallout. You got the card in front of you?
No, we don't have a card. It's so
everything that happened goes.
We just said, hey, guys, I don't know what's going on. If you got a feud with somebody, show up Saturday night. We'll do it. But I know I've got to have something for Sarge because I can't.
I believe you already let the cat out of the bag on Sarge and let him know that Naughty by Nature Rude was fixing to come get that ass.
So, and I may be out there in Rude's corner, so I may get a little, because I know Showtime going to be there. I may have to take care of him. You know what I mean?
I've got my ass kicked by Rude. It hurt.
Hey, Mark, I seen this. The next time the Hustlers and Steel Cross work each other in the title match, he said they need a special ref, Mark Manley.
I'll be there, baby.
Special
you just
ref.
call
There
me.
you go.
Right.
Call me
All
and
right.
tell me when, baby. If I'm not in vacation in Cancun, I'll be there.
All right. I will. As soon as we get that set, I'll give you a holler. Sure will.
We'll make that happen.
just-
I guarantee you, Randy, just in case won't stick his big fat nose up in that business.
There we go.
Son
That's
of a
what I'm
bitch.
talking about. Yeah. Sorry, I didn't mean to get so ugly today.
Look, truth be told, truth be told, I didn't really eat all the concession stand stuff myself. Justin, he knew I had a free tab, and he hit me up before the show. Said, "Look, man, won't you turn me on to some of this concession stand food?" 8 of the 16 hot dogs he ate, man.
Yeah.
I'll be honest with
Big
you.
Mike said he helped too, so there you go.
Hey, I'm going to clarify this one time before we get off there. Randy Byrd said, just in case, you're a son of a bitch.
You're a son of a bitch.
Hey, Luke Justice, send Buster his Cash App money, bitch.
Yeah. I ain't going to be on buying damn t-shirts.
Hold on. I'm glad you mentioned Luke again. Look, I told you a few weeks ago, since we've been making fun of it and shit, I kind of lightened up on
He's
him.
been on here, man. He's having a good time with it too.
Look, I actually seen a couple of his matches that he's went and gone to Texas and had. Dude, fucking good matches. Like I said, the biggest he can fucking work, and he's really showing more now than I've ever seen him show. Look,
right.
Luke's biggest issue is until he gets older is always going to be maturity. He's young.
He's working more shows so he can send that fucking Cash App, Buster. That's what he's doing.
Well,
He gonna
look,
get you one of these days.
One of these days, you're going to get that Cash App.
well, look, I got a little scoop on Luke because I talked to a guy. No, seriously, I talked to a guy named Zach O'Brien Friday night, and he told me that Luke has been to New Jersey and had a match or two, and he's going back. And from what I understand, Zach's going with him, not only to New Jersey, I think to Texas too, and try to start branching out and working a few different shows. Zach O'Brien, he's a hell of a talent, dude. He's the king of the kendo stick.
Zach can work.
Really, he's a hell of a talent. He's just like so many of these other guys have been here so long, and they're so good right now where they're at that they can't get no better and they can't learn no more because they've all been working each other their whole fucking lives. So I'm glad Zach's branching out.
There it is, Luke Justice. Hashtag Buster H.R. Johnson Cash App.
Yeah,
Send
dollar
my-
sign.
Send my
Dollar sign.
$2.50.
That's right, Luke.
Our security
Cash App
has
me.
put up your Cash App account.
All right, guys, let's wrap it up. Hey, it's been a great show. Thank all our guests.
Yes.
Randy Byrd has been
Randy
here
Byrd.
with us all night. Autumn Marie, Charlie Kingston. Hey, it's a night for TIWF, Randy Byrd. You should be very proud of what you have done for the wrestling business, what you have done for TIWF, man. We thank you for being on our
Absolutely.
show. Hey, 2 weeks in a row, you are our first two-time guest, Randy Byrd.
Two-time.
Two-time. 2 twos, not 5, 2. 2 twos.
I feel honored. I appreciate
Randy
it.
Byrd, real quick, before we do get up there, I do owe you a thank you for giving me a shot down there because you were the very first promoter I got to work for, let me come in, work with Mark, and the rest took off for me. You gave an opportunity, and I ran with it, and I appreciate you. I wouldn't be here if it did give me a chance, man. I do appreciate you. I have much love for you, brother.
Look, guys, before we get off, my old lady just commented, Luke Justice, you better watch out. Don't hit that Cash App up. She coming for your ass, son.
There you go, baby. Don't make her come look for you, Lucas.
Hashtag Sarah whoops Luke.
Hey, hey, he get her on his ass. That fucking cash out he owes me will show up. 4 or 5 more on top of it will show up, man. He'll be hey, nobody at Luke's next show will get paid because my old lady will get it all, dude.
Lord, I miss it.
All right, Randy Byrd, we
fellas.
appreciate you joining us, man. Thank you, Randy.
Thank you, Randy.
All right, man. Hey, guys, that was a hell of a
Right.
show, man.
Any
All
closing
right, guys.
comments?
Bradley
Hey, man.
Lamont's down here promoting this Saturday night, SICW, Belleville, Illinois. You know, they are the SICW tag team champions. The Hustlers are. So, and they were almost the TIWF. Actually, for about 35, 40 seconds, they were the
Hey,
TIWF.
there's a reason why they're Buster's #1 tag team, man.
Hey, that's the truth, man. These guys go everywhere, man. They
They're
don't
my
get the
number
credit
2 tag team right behind the Missouri Bad Boys, of course. You know, I got to stay with my boys. It just is what it is, man.
Man, he's a suck up, ain't he? He gonna
He
make
is.
sure you keep him on retainer, ain't he? He
That's
gonna make sure
right,
that check
baby.
keeps coming in.
Hey, hustle hard. Hustle hard.
Hey, all right, man. Thanks to all our guests out there, and thanks to all our listeners for joining us on Buster Unmasked and Buster H.R. Johnson YouTube and the Boot Hill Sports Network. On behalf of Buster Johnson, West Coast Mike Angel, I'm Mark Southern, and we'll see you
Hold
next
up.
week at 7
Hold
o'clock.
up. Don't cut me off. Like always, you motherfuckers ain't got to go home, but y'all got to get the fuck out of here. Peace. We're out.
Just in case you're still a son of a bitch. Peace.